So this is the end results we're looking for. These are some flies I tie for catching striped bass. It's kind of a deceiver, streamer, I don't know, just something I made up. You see they're on circle hooks, something new I'm trying. So we'll tie one of these. Going to start out with a Mustad circle hook. This is my old standby. I think this is a Griffin vise. I tie these with black thread and white thread. I think we'll do black today. First thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of marabou, black marabou on the back. The tail, it just gives it a little action in the back. Kind of floats around a little bit like a tail. Tie this back here. So that's that. To give it a little body, I'm going to use a bit of white pearl chenille. Just cut a little piece off here. Bring the line forward. Wrap this around. Secure it in the front. There. Now to add a little body to this, you see when the fly is wet, you still got this little belly here. I fish with these at night, so I like to use dark colors. And really the fish are down in the water column, and they're looking out against the light. Even at night there's some light, and all they really see is a silhouette of these fish and the movement. And that's what they strike at. So you want a profile when the fly is wet that looks like a bait fish. So that just give it a little bit of belly there under the feathers. Okay. Now I'm going to take some chartreuse feathers. I'm running a little low on these. I'm going to take 2 of these and put 1 on each side. Try to keep them kind of low. This will be the undercolor. I like to take these down to the bottom where there's some black in them. I'm going to use the natural curve of this. And I'll put this above here. And we'll take another one. We'll put this on this side. Trying to keep it just above the chartreuse. There. And you want the black to go right up on top between the green ones. There. Now the last thing we want to do is add some of this Crystal Flash. This is my favorite one. It really shines, sparkles. I don't use too much. I'm going to take 2 of these. Put them on this side. Like that. Do the same thing on the back side. Okay, we put a whip finish on that. I used to use 5-minute epoxy on this, and I had a wheel that I would put these in, and I'd spin them around so the epoxy didn't puddle. But now I use this UV glue. This is flexible glue. I have hard and I have thin and thick. I like the way it works. It's rugged. It's really easy to use. I don't have to wait a half hour for the epoxy to dry. Just put this UV light on it and it sets right up. And there you have it. You can add a little bit of red underneath here for gills, and sometimes I put a little bit of bucktail on each side just to give it a little more body. This is what it looks like when it's dry. And this is what it looks like when it's wet. Whenever you tie a fly, you see there's some red on here. You have to think about what it's going to look like when it's wet. You can have the most beautiful museum piece fly in the world, but what it looks like when the fish sees it is what really counts. These are simple, they're fast to tie. It only took me a few minutes. They last pretty well. Although you catch a couple of fish and they beat it up pretty good. So you don't want to spend hours tying a fly. And I've always had good luck with them. That's a fish.